And we're getting ready. Alrighty. Hey everybody. You can actually hear me now. I forget that I'm so not used to OBS just quite yet. Hey everybody, I'm Superback Jr. Welcome to my channel here on Twitch. We're going to play Video Game Memory Lane today here on Saturday. It is May 25th, 2024. It is just past noon. We're going to play some games that, well, they got popular back in their day, but they never made it to a compilation for one reason or another. Now, for years and years, like Namco and Sega and even Konami, they have been putting out compilations of video games of their past as like a, like a treasure. Midway did the same thing. In fact, Midway did it several times over. Atari, so forth. But these games never made it to one because maybe their publisher went out or they changed hands so many times over the years. So, yeah, that's the way it works. So, we will play a few of those games. A lot of them you may even recognize and say, wait a minute, that never made it to a compilation. You dig through your library or virtual library and say, oh my God, it's not there. Okay, well, here you go. And like I said, some biggies in there. Sometimes they're coming from a manufacturer. You probably, oh wait, they made video games? Yes, they did. But they weren't known for that. They were known for something else. So we're going to check that out. But first, before we do any of that, we got a few things to, sell you and stuff like that. I'm going to run a couple minutes worth of ads, and then we'll come back for some video game action. Don't go away. We shall returneth. I shall hit the button that says pause. And we'll be right back after this. Alrighty. See if I can remember to turn off the music here because I forget the screen actually has its own soundtrack. Oh my goodness. So, hey everybody. You're watching the VOD. I greatly appreciate it. I do this just for the fun of it. This is a fly by the seat of my pants type of stream. And I'm just going through some of the games like, oh, you know what? We've played these before. Now, I have an arcade cabinet which is fitted with a multicade. It's actually a Ms. Pac-Man, an original 1981 Ms. Pac-Man, made with a particle board sides and whatever. Yeah, he still even has this original monitor. And one of these days I may replace it, but if I do so, I'm going to have to fit it with an LCD monitor because it's hard to get a 19-inch CRT monitor these days that isn't like super duper expensive. So there's that. But a lot of these games are featured in that, so you can still play them there. And we're going to hit games like Frogger, Mr. Do, and a few other things. Again, they were popular in their day, and they even got released in some other ways, but they never were part of a proper compilation, like Atari's Greatest Hits or Namco Museum. So none of the Namco games are going to be in here because they all at one point made it back in the 90s when PlayStation released their 5 CD compilation of Namco games. What irks me about that one is that they weren't emulated. In the original Namco Museum for PlayStation, they were all simulated. Okay, well, close. 9/10, if you will. So we'll be looking at that. And it's going to be running up and out in about 5 seconds. And we're back. Welcome back to my community, all. Hey, Ben, there's actually a strong demand for old TVs when it comes to GoldenEye speedrunning. Yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true. And I noticed that a lot of these classic gamers like myself much prefer a CRT monitor simply because of the way that they refresh. LCD monitors and CRT monitors don't function in the same way. Ultimately, their goal is to display whatever you're watching, but they have a completely different way of refreshing. And yeah, because these old games were built around that, it gets a little different timing, if you will, when it comes to the older games with the newer monitors. And that's one of the reasons why. It is a very distinct timing issue to an exact science. Now, me, on the other hand, I'm not that kind of gamer. I don't speedrun any of that crap. Reason? I don't have a need to. I'm a mediocre gamer at best. Some games I do better than others. This is not one of them. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first game here that we'll be playing here for today. We got Frogger. Now, Frogger was a joint effort between two companies, one being Konami, which has the credit down there at the bottom of the screen, and the other one was Sega. Sega was the producer for the game. Konami was the developer of the game. And, well, over the years, Sega sold their rights to this game, so you don't get to see a Sega thing so much on it. And even in their compilations, because they did release some classics, Genesis classics, they have that big thing on Steam right now, but it never made it there. So Konami now has the proper credit, but to their credit, Konami doesn't release too many compilations. When they do, it'd be like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, easier for me to say, compilation, or the Castlevania compilations. Frogger never made it in there because they're not part of that particular series or overall theme. So having said that, so this is an easy enough game to play. This was quite popular in its day. It had home versions galore from a little company called Parker Brothers. Now, they were a game manufacturer. They were known for games like Monopoly. That was probably their biggie. And of course, just like with every other board game and toy manufacturer, they got usurped by a little company called Hasbro. So now Hasbro has their name on every effing thing out there as far as toys and board games. And this would be included as well, because they did have a video game line for Parker Brothers. And one thing about Parker Brothers, when they made a home game, it was good regardless of what console you had, as opposed to some of the other ones. I won't, like not Konami, Coleco. Coleco made superior versions for their own console, the ColecoVision. But if you had something else, like the Intellivision, or of course everyone had the Atari 2600, it was less than stellar. We'll just put it that way. So the object of the game for this particular doohickey is to simply be the frog that you are, cross the road without getting hit by any of the vehicles, and then cross the river by landing on things like turtle shells and logs and make it home. You have 5 homes to reach, but watch out for traps. There sometimes are gators, sometimes the gator itself is something you have to jump on. You just got to avoid its mouth, etc. And snakes and fast cars. And while the track mode here kind of self-explanatory, you don't want to hit the car, otherwise you go boom. Now, we had this where I lived at the time. There was a boat ramp, and in South Florida there are canals galore, and they had a Frogger in their office. And for whatever reason, the owner decided to make that sucker as loud as can be. And so when you died on the road, you heard boo, and it literally rattled the walls and scared the hell out of the children, including yours truly. And we were like, I don't want to play this game anymore. And he did that on purpose. He's like, my dad's like, you're going to make money off this, but you're going to scare your customers away. I'm not sure how that works. And then he just left, So here's the game. Here's how we start the game. There you go. All right, so you have to cross, simple as that. Get 10 points for every successful step going up, not side or down, by the way. And you got to watch out for things that kind of go in there. Now, if you are off by even a pixel, you may die, which sucks. And again, game super popular with all... Yeah, good job. Timing. Game is popular with all categories: children, adults, men, women, etc. And that is kind of the goal. Konami had themselves a hit globally, because Sega made a lot of their money with this as well. Doggus, yeah, it's now Doggus is now either Macy or Dusty, not necessarily one or the other. The hard part is getting that one all the way to the left. And we're going to have to avoid that one for a second. And the traffic got slower and more trafficy. Okay. And pick up the lady frog. Hopefully. Alright. See if we can actually hit the... No! Missed it by a pixel. Alright. So I get for being impatient. One of these days. Of course, it would be that one that's last. I think I only set this for 3 lives because I'm a doofus. Thank you! Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Try it again. Yep, 3 lives. Get 1 extra frog for the first 20,000 points, and that's it. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I gotta do something about that. Yeah, this one's the easiest one because it's the first one to the right. Alright. For every time second you have left, in that case I had 45 seconds left, that's 450 points because you get 10 points for every second that you had, and I got an extra 100 for getting that fly. Diving turtles are absolute pain in the butt. Let's see if I can get this one right. No, too soon. Jesus. Like I said, mediocre gameplay. That's me. I used to do tournaments too, and that's one of the youngest competitors. Thank you. My goodness. You must have had some beans last night or something like that, Vin. Some legumes. What? How? Oh, that was brilliant. Yep. I'm doing great. So what can't he play this time? He can't play frickin' Frogger. That's one. This was a charming game. I had this for the 2600 and the ColecoVision, and it didn't matter. I mean, the ColecoVision was a prettier version, but that's really all about it. They did make Frogger 3D. So what the hell happened to Frogger 2? Honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. And there were other games similar to, you know, get to the top of the board. Donkey Kong is arguably one of the most popular. That's not the one. Okay. Thank God. Okay, see if I can actually make it now. Hey! About frickin' time. Alright. Yeah, there's the divers. And cute little music. There you go. Okay, round 2 coming up. See, traffic's a bit heavier, and just like South Florida, lots of old drivers, despite their race cars. And then, as soon as I get up to the first one, now there's a gator. I gotta go down. One of the logs is a little fast. There it is. And then instead of just flies appearing randomly, now you get gators there in your home. Just like South Florida, you know. Find a gator in your pool, in the nearby pond. It's like they had us in mind here. A very, very busy gator there at the top. Forgot I had Yankee Doodle. Okay. And there we go. Now, the reason why the gators, by the way, in your home are 2 frames, that's so that even though they're kind of just in the picture, it's not until they're fully in the picture are they a threat. And once again, I leave the one furthest to the left, because I'm stupid. Seriously. It's all pixel collision, because the turtle foot moved. I still have a life though. Well, I don't know about that. That's been debatable for years now. Oh, now they're fast. Okay. There's gonna be a snake coming by as well. Hey, I got... there's the snake. There's an otter there too. You don't want to mess with him too much. If you happen to be on the end of the log, he will dislodge you. Okay. Okay, the snake is gone. The gator's gone. Like I said, the home versions, that's what I love about this day and age of video games. They had that kind of, you know, how much of the arcade game can they possibly make in the home version? Well, the otter is just busy. Now the snake's in the center. And now we got a gator. Yay, got difficult mid-game. You can ride the gator as long as you don't hit the mouth. Okay, that was smart me. Good job. Okay, snake will be there. Nope, snake is down there now. Excellent. Yep, saw that coming. I was going to die anyway, so. Hey, 8,770 points. Not too bad. Like I said, this game never made it to a home compilation. You know, not bunched in with a whole mess of other Konami games. Not bunched up in a whole mess of Sega games either, because Sega stopped owning them around the 90s. They sold it back to Konami. For one reason or another. And there you go. Cute little game. And again, there were all kinds of versions. Even Coleco made an arcade tabletop version, much like they did with the Pac-Man and Donkey Kong Galaxy and so forth. I happen to have one. In fact, my Instagram page actually has pictures of all of them that I have. And there was no real bad version of this game, which was really charming, but there you go. Let me guess, the gator will kill you. Yes, it did. Yes, it will. If you land on the mouth, you can land on the body all you want. You just cannot land on the mouth. And if it happens to be fully there at your home, you die. You dead. It has lunch. You're it. All right, we're going to switch back to my stupid face here in just a second. There we go. All righty. Because I'm going to switch up the game real fast. Like I said, for one reason or another, it just never made it there. And we're going to hit a game that didn't make it to a compilation simply because of the fact that the manufacturer went away. And this is a company called Universal, not that Universal. You know, the Universal that we see in the movies and such. It is down here, is it not? We'll get to it. It's MR is what the problem is. Because even Moon Patrol, with its dual, again, manufacturer, Moon Patrol was made by IREM. But IREM wasn't a big thing here yet. That wouldn't happen until a few years later. Williams picked it up, and there you go. All right. I'm going to play a little game here that I happen to actually love, and it's called Mr. Do. And it's not there. Why is it not there? Okay, this happens. It's not either, of course. Perfect. So let's try it again. Okay. Is it there now? No. Okay, I guess I have to do it the hard way. Okay. So y'all can see the menu. Nope, not even seeing the menu. Perfect. Well, guess what? Right off the gate, we're going to... Now we're going to please stand by. How about that? There we go. That's perfect. I'm going to see if I can fix this real fast, and otherwise we're going to have a really, really short stream. Hang on. Okay, there goes. Well, there you go. Mr. Do. Now, Mr. Do was a rather cool game, similar to the game Dig Dug. And in this case, however, you have various different ways of dispelling of your enemies, largely the magical ball or dropping an apple on it, but you also get extra. And you also get some extra goodies along with that extra. Bonus points, bonus lives, even a free game if you happen to capture that diamond. You get that little token there as a result. Cool game. And if you had it for the 2600, you had it for the ColecoVision, the Intellivision. I don't think the 5200 had one. But largely it was regaled to just the second generation of gaming. They did make a version of this for Super Nintendo. In fact, I even have that. And that's all it is, by the way. It's just literally this. Now, once again, Konami got their hands on it, but then it disappeared, and that was it. It never made it to a compilation. It just kind of resurfaced for about 14 seconds and then completely disappeared off the face of the earth. So let's revisit. And they made several of these. There was Mr. There was Mr. Do Run, Mr. Do's Castle. But it all started with Mr. Do. In fact, I might even play Mr. Do's Castle right after this. Again, great game. And Mr. Do's Castle is very little to do with this type of gameplay. It still has the extra up there, yeah. But that's about it. So, let's take a look. Oof. Technical difficulties, be damned. Here we go. Like I said, you get an extra life, and then you get an extra game. And let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn off the music because it actually has its own music. A rather charming one, too. And here we go. Okay, now I have to deal with those things. Alright, there they go. All the... mistimed. That's alright. Now, how you beat this round is quite simple. Is you have to either A, get all the cherries, or B, get rid of all the enemies. And there you go. Now, I captured the R because I did get that little character with the R in its belly. Up, sees me. It's now after me. Okay, now I can get it. Or I can just do this. Okay, I'm so glad the ball just decides to makes its own. Yeah, I got some bonus points. So close. Did not get the extra. I hit the ball. And once again, this was Quarter Muncher City. That's that. There you go. Little cute animations. I start right off the bat. Okay, there you go. Too small of a drop. Yeah, you try that. And there you go. I'm going to get to put my name in the vanity table. And as cutesy as this game was, everything about it was absolutely charming. But again, it never made it to any compilation. Big game. Found it a lot of places. In my time, anyway. And that's not the Universal Studios. That's just the Universal game manufacturer, and that's it. It kind of disappeared, and high score. Yeah. Like I said, this was a cute little game, and it had 3 sequels, and each game was very different from the other games. You still had to deal with those creatures coming after you. Certainly the extra, and it actually wanted to reward you. It actually made it very possible to do exactly that. But yeah, there you go. Do it again. But there was another cutesy game out there too, Atari, produced for North America. Oh, dummy. Okay. There you go. I'm doing great. Seriously, I hit the... You can even hear it. Gamer excuse. I hit the button. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. And one of the stupid things I would actually try to do in this game is literally try to clear as much of the board as I could. Oops. Good job. And here I just literally ignore everyone. Oh, it's kind of hard to do that. Damn it. Oh, there was a diamond! Damn! That was a free game. But no, I had to defeat the board. Coming after you. There you go. Take that. Really? Really? There it goes. Well, at least I revealed the diamond. Yay. Very good, Super Pack. You suck at everything else. Yes, I do. I most certainly do. Very good, huh? Really? You must not have been paying attention. We're at scene 4. Cute intermissions. Good gameplay. Okay soundtrack. It had practically everything you could ever want. Okay, they're already in dig mode. Of course they are. See, 19350. That still puts me on the vanity table. I think second. Yep. Okay. And there you go. Pack. My initials. Now, its direct sequel, Mr. Deuce Castle, was an utterly charming game. Yeah, you can move the apples, by the way, too, which is really cool. Now watch the diamond appear. Nope. Okay, cool. That was frustrating, actually. Yeah, they have to drop at least more than their height in order to break. So I got, what, the X for extra. No diamond. Right out of the gate. Wow. Okay. What happens if you, Oh, damn it. Good job. We'll leave those two cherries over there on the left here. For right now. Oh. Okay, got the T. Got him. I love how they just kill themselves. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay. Really? It just went the other direction because, of course. Yeah, right after that, right out of the gate. There you go. Scene 4. Mr. Do looks weird. Yeah, that's supposed to. Mr. Do is a clown that carries a ball. That's really all there is. I mean, it's not like, Subterranea, Dig Dug, or anything like that. Okay, I got that. Oh, didn't have another ball ready. 26-1, not too bad. Beats my previous high score. Like I said, I have this in my Miss Pac-Man with about 55 other games. But it's a pretty cool game. Mr. Do by Universal back in 1982. 1982 was a big, big year for video games. What's interesting is, of course, that we did not know what was going to forthcome as far as any type of crash. That would happen a year later thanks to Atari. And I've mentioned this before. The gentleman who made E.T. was a damn good programmer. His name was Howard Scott Warshaw. And he had the dubious honor of having both the best game for the Atari, at least considered one of the best games, Yar's Revenge, and then one of the absolute worst games for the Atari, that would, of course, be E.T. And he would have, can you imagine what goes on in your brain when you made the game that destroyed the industry? But we weren't even thinking of that at this point because games were like on a super high. They were, getting better and better with the graphics. They were getting more creative with the sound, with the gameplay. We still had ideas. We haven't fully explored the filing cabinet just as of quite yet. And yeah, there were a lot of games of Me Tooism where, again, this is a game similar to that of Dig Dug, so we call that a Me Too of Dig Dug because Dig Dug did premiere first. But let's see. We're going to leave this screen on so you can actually see my lousy menu just to avoid what happened just now. We're going to go to Mr. Do's Castle. It's also Mr. Do's Wild Ride, and I don't have Mr. Do's Run because that's on a different name. But here we are. I'm going to take a look at this one. Again, Mr. Do actually had enough games to be a compilation, but it never happened. Again, small times. These were small games, rather. So they didn't, unlike the Metal Slug, which we showed earlier, there was a lot of Metal Slugs out there. But there were 7, as a matter of fact. But they were humongous games in their own right, being arcade games. Now, this game is a bit different than what you saw previously. Mr. Do's Castle, once again, you have to get rid of all the cherries in this particular case. Now, the cherries are represented by blocks, as you can see. Or you can get rid of the unicorns, which are the red bad guys that you see there. You also have the 3 keys. Should you get the 3 keys, you open up that door up there at the top, and you can get your extra symbol. Once again, 5 of them. Spelling out extra, and of course you get extra goodies as a result. There it is. In fact, there they all are, each representing a different letter. So they just got the X, and you can see the flag has been risen. Cute game. A lot of neat bells and whistles that were completely unnecessary for this game, and charming nonetheless. Let's go ahead and play Mr. Do's Castle right now. Once again, it has its own soundtrack, so therefore I don't have to play one per se. So here we go. And maybe if I actually hit the credit button. Okay, it's a little slow there. I got credits now. Excellent. Okay, got rid of those. I'm going to get rid of this. Now, when they fill up the gaps with blanks, as you can see there, and I just wait because I'm patient. Oh, got rid of 2 of them, and we're gonna get rid of you, you, and this game is impatient, so you don't want to waste time because they will get worse and faster and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not gonna let them. Oh, too fast. There you go. And that's how you get rid of them. So 2 ways of beating the round: either get rid of all the cherries or get rid of all the enemies. Whichever is easier. And unlike them, you don't fill in the blocks. I'm about to do something really effing stupid. There we go. Yeah, they don't fall down. There's a bit of strategy. I mean, it's not a complicated game. Come on. Now the skulls have a different feature. You hit one, and you hit the whole thing, which is kind of cool. Again, little itty bitty tidbits in this game. Okay, that was bad. And that was bad timing. Okay, that's bad. Yep, saw that coming. Oh well. Scene 3, first life. All is good for now. Okay, sooner or later one of them's gonna hit. Yep. Oh well, got rid of one the hard way. Not an easy game. There you go. Okay, yep. As you can see, yep, saw that coming. Put myself into a bit of a trap. Because I'm stupid. There you go. I think you gotta make 10,000 hit the vanity table, which I did not do. Good for me. Alrighty. Now he's too busy filling in the blocks. Let me see if I can get rid of them. Alrighty. Bad timing on my part. I gotta be careful because he can get faster as time goes. Yep. Good job. Just him left. Door is slightly open. We're not gonna be bothered by that. Oh, curses. Ah! Tell you what. Open the door a little bit wider. Yep, oh, wow. That's what happens when you take too long. They morph. The game mechanics were pretty darn clever. I will give that. They don't do the obvious right away. Gotta give them that. Yeah. Ah! Again. Good, clever game. Now, I played this... There was a supermarket near me that actually had this game. I played it the most there. Okay. Just him left. There he goes. You have to time it just right, because otherwise, as you've seen, you can knock down the block, but you don't hit the unicorn. Yep. As you saw. Yep. Cute, cool little game. Got one more credit. Oh, I made it. I did. I sure did. Excellent. Good on me. It's just telling me I somewhat suck. Now, let's see. I had this for the ColecoVision. It was the best version, in my opinion. They also made it for the 2600 and the 5200, and, you know, the usual suspects of that particular era. Oh, damn it. And the ColecoVision, one thing about the ColecoVision, they advertised, you know, bringing the arcade at home. They did indeed. That was the wrong one. Oh well. Yep. Ah. I'm about to burn all 3 lives on scene 1. I'm good at this. Been playing games for a very long time. I'm just not really good at them. Sometimes. Okay, it's just you. See how long it takes for him to do this. See if I can knock the ladder. So I can do this. Come on. Oh, you got a second one. You got friends. And you still suck. And they're even faster, too. But you still suck. I get lots more points for that, too. So, there is a bit of strategy there. Somewhat. There you go. Perfect. Come on. I wonder why he's just waffling up there like that. Interesting. And there you go. Okay, so I made it out of scene 1, made it out of scene 2, scene 3. This is where they start getting evasive. Yep. Yep. Interesting. They just don't like me. Yep. Did okay and burned out at the end. That's alright. Mr. News Castle by Universal. Good game. Like I said, it's a very good game, but because it's that manufacturer, it never made it to a compilation because the manufacturer ceased to exist. Now, they did make it for the Super Nintendo, the original Mr. Do. I believe Konami produced it. But that's it. That's all the time it had. It didn't escape the 80s. And here we are on a retro stream exploring it once again. So there you go. We're going to take a quick break real fast. I'm going to go ahead and hit the thing that says pause. And we'll be right back in just a moment while I switch things up. Be right back. Alrighty. We have another Universal game, and again, they made a lot of games too. In fact, there were specific manufacturers of games whose purpose was to literally bring over games from Japanese manufacturers, but there are a couple of them that actually made them on their own, and one being Universal. Universal did import some games as well, but there was Sun Electronics. They made some great games. In the early days of SNK, they were brought over by a company called Centauri, that were again quite good. But again, a little before the time, second generation gaming, first generation gaming, and they never crossed the barrier from the crash of 1983. So this is another game. This game is called Ladybug, and hopefully the screen will actually appear now. Does it appear? There it is. Okay, let's go ahead and hit it. Now, Ladybug, again, another Universal game. There it is. The ROM and RAM are okay. A game similar to that of Pac-Man, with a couple of twists. And the instructions, you got to eat all those. And the color actually determines what kind of function it has. If it's extra, well, then you can, get the extra critter and all that kind of stuff. Special gets you a game, and of course you got a multiplier as well. Let's see, the special gave you a game. And the multiplier, you want to avoid the skulls. They will kill you. You also want to avoid all the creatures there as well. Cucumber. And the game is simple as this. Now, you hit the little doors there that kind of either blocks the path, or in cases, if you're not careful enough, creates a path for the critter that's in the center that's coming to get you. You see there's a timer there that goes around all the way around the screen. There you go. Like I said, not careful. So let's go ahead and hit play. Once again, Universal, this time 1981. And I'm going to try to get... See, I hit an S while yellow. It didn't light up anything up at the top because the S is in special. What a place to put that. Now, anything that hits this... And they're not dumb either. Notice they're not going right away for me. I'm going to try and make it, though. London Lass, hey, Rohag. Rohag got a gift sub. Thank you, appreciate that, London Lass. All right, cool. Now I must clear the board. Got all the nastiness out of the way. And they will be coming after me. Now there's even more. Oh, come on. Yep. Unlike Pac-Man, the movements are quite precise. It's not a continual move. You literally have to keep moving up in order to go up. Timer's a little fast. But at least the critters are cute, right? They're deadly but cute. Okay, I got a multiplier up. Yay me. And they're all up there, and I'm down here. And I gotta watch out. Okay, got rid of one. Got rid of two. Got a multiplier of 3. Got rid of 1. There's still more to go. How you doing, London Lass? Glad it was Saturday. Well, at least I got an extra day off this weekend, right? Not through my own choice. Ah. There you go. Okay. So I only got 6,600 points. I got an X for the extra. Oh, you suck. Just come up here. Grab the skull. Thank you. Jesus. I have to work around here or something. Yep. Don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, I got 9,020. Which means I did not get to go into the vanity table. Thought it was Sunday. Don't speed things up, nonetheless. It's bad enough that it's Saturday. I guess, I don't know. It's here for London Lass. There we go. Well, I can answer that. You didn't miss much of anything. You missed me fumbling around with the game menu because it doesn't want to bring up the thing when it's on the menu. We're playing some games here that never made it to compilations. Nonetheless, games like Ladybug, Frogger, Mr. Do and its sequels. Games like that. I'm glad it's Saturday. Me too. I happen to love Saturdays. It's... I never noticed there was like a little coin symbol. Oh, how about that? Okay. We'll do it that way then. Universal was pretty cool. Playing some games never heard of outside of Frogger. Yeah, Frogger was arguably the most popular one that I've played so far because the fact that it was everywhere. It had all kinds of home versions, even an LCD version, an LED version, and it had good company with Sega back in those days. But it never really crossed the border. Now, they did update it. In fact, there was a wave of games being updated in 3D back in the 90s. In the early 2000s, PlayStation had a ton of them. They had an updated Frogger, updated Robotron, even an updated Xevious with 3D graphics and such. But that's as far as it went. It never appears in a compilation because of either cross-ownership, the manufacturers, like in this case, Universal, died. They were defunct. So there's that. You did miss Frogger. It was the very first game. Would you like me to go back to it for you? I'll only do it because it's you, London Lass. Before I continue on. Do you want me to go back to it? No. Okay. Gonna play some more Ladybug then, because we're going to play 3 games of each game, and this is game number 2. Once again, I want to avoid the skulls and the bad critters. Okay, got the T for extra. The C is for special. Wait till that turns red. That's not going to happen, is it? No, of course not. Oh, now you need... Frick. Got a multiplier. Good job. I did that too. Try to use doors to your advantage by either blocking them or trapping them or leading them to a skull. Keep coming. There you go. Okay, and of course the new one just came out. 6 in total will be out there. Okay, that's interesting. Not expecting that. Usually when it's a game of chase, they actually, like, you know, chase you. Well, now this one's kind of picked up on that. Okay, gonna have one right on my tail. This game needs a joystick. D-pad's not doing it. I'm gonna use this timer to my advantage. Okay. 3,780. Used to be a game out there, a game show called Starcade. I mentioned this before. And people would play these games for 30, 40, or 50 seconds, depending on which round it was. Yep. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come see this. There you go. Bye. Okay, cool. Nice knowing you. Now I get 300 for every one of those. And now they're all gone, so I don't get any more bonus points. Nope. Oh, you doofus. And there you go. Yeah, I died because a new one appeared. That's okay, at least I got my points. Use the game to my advantage is what I did. Of course, I paid the price for it with a life, but I got a shitload of points for it. Which I don't mind too much. So, the game Starcade, you would play for your own video arcade game, as they used to say. And this would be one of the popular ones. Both playing, because you got a good amount of points for it, if you knew what you're doing. Or if you play like me, you don't. Of course. Hey, yep. He's gonna come over here. Okay, they're all gone. Gives me a brief second. Figure out what the hell I'm gonna do now. I think there's only one more of those left. Nope, there's two more. Once that one vacates, there will be a special prize in the center of the screen. I stand corrected. Now there will be. It's a carrot. Thing is, can I make it? That's the catch. Oh, try to go right there in the joint. 17,890, not bad at all. Not a problem there. Oh, let's go put my name on there rather interestingly. And there we go. Yay! 17,890, I'm at the top score. Woot. Of course, that will go away as soon as I unplug the machine. At least back in the day, because they didn't have batteries for these things yet. Anyway, there you go. One more game, then we're going to take a break, as we're at the halfway point of our show. And this is the second half of my little stream here. I'm Super Pac Junior retro streamer, gamer, everythinger. Been playing video games for a little while. Better part of half a century. I love it when they put that thing right next to a skull. Right there in a corner. Damn it. And today's focus is games that never made it to compilations. These were popular games back in their day. For one reason or another, they didn't make it to like a compilation Namco Museum or Williams' Greatest Hits or anything of that nature. And largely because, you know, the manufacturer went away, they went on to other things. Or they couldn't make up their mind who the hell owned the damn thing. Like in Frogger's case. And what's kind of sad, mentioned Williams before. Williams made a crapload of games galore. Pinball tables, video games, and whatnot. Now they're owned by a company called Scientific Games, which largely regales themselves to video slots. And that's kind of a shame. Williams' vast history. And this is what they're doing now. Just as well. Alrighty. Alright, we're going to step aside here for a second. I'm going to run some ads as soon as I can find the screen. There it is. And we're going to go hit the button that says pause. And what we'll do is we're going to run a couple of ads, hoping you might be enticed to buy some stuff as we try to pay some bills. We'll be right back. Don't go away. So that was the cool thing about those games. They build up a history and they kind of disappear or become something that's not them. It's kind of a shame. One thing that got me with Williams is that they lend their license to a company called Farsight Studios, and they emulated pinball tables. And it's weird to see that emulated, because you see, you know, video games like consoles and arcade machines, but pinball tables, well, yeah, because when they went solid state, they became eligible for emulation, strangely enough. And that's how that works. It says I've been on for 51 minutes, and yet I'm seeing 65 minutes on the clock. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
The
Power of cheese. Yes. That was one of my favorite ad campaigns. Cheese. The presidential campaign. I think they did it back in, I want to say, 1992. And it was funny as hell. The little girl holds up a platter of cheeses, and the guy says, "No, thank you, I don't like cheese." And his campaign spiraled out of control, dumped right into the ground as fast as it possibly could. Oh, I wish that would happen now. It would save us a lot of trouble. Anyway, won't mention who, but you know. 17 seconds left before we continue on with our little game. In fact, you think at this time I'd be actually setting up the next game, but I didn't. Because I just don't think ahead. Hey, we're back. All right. I'm going to play a little game here. Now, this one was actually done by Sega. Make sure it works. It does. Okay, now, here comes the catch. I want to make sure it actually hits the screen. And it didn't. Of course. Because, why not? Is it there now? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the cat trooper. Appreciate it. I'm going to have to exit out and do this again. That's the one thing about the MAME emulator. It has a mind of its own sometimes when it comes to this thing. There it goes right about now. Now? There it is. Okay. We're going to play a little game called Pango. Again, super popular in its day. And home versions galore. Made by Sega proper this time. Unlike Frogger, which was not made by Sega proper. It's made by Konami. And one of the reasons why, by the way, you see games made from other developers, like Namco didn't have a presence in North America under its own title until around 1994, if you can believe that. Otherwise, they regaled themselves to Midway and or Atari, depending on which title it was. And then for a long time, it was just Atari because Midway pissed them off too much in 1984. But this was a cute little game. Those are Snowbees, and they got Pango the Penguin. I think Liz would like this game. It's a little loud. Wow. Let me turn that down here for just a quick second. Yeah. I have it down. It's just that effing loud, of course. Let me put it there. It's either we don't hear it at all or it's going to be that volume. One or the other. Okay, so the object of the game is to get rid of the Snowbees. Those orange things down there. Or get those 3 diamonds together for a bonus. And turns out to be a pretty cool game. Versions of this were available for the Atari 5200.
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
More cowbell, absolutely. There you go with the 3 diamonds. They turn into mush, and you just run over them. You get a big bonus. Cool little game. Thanks for the sticker, London Lass. Appreciate it. Oh, but he dies anyway. It is the attract mode after all. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We're going to play 3 games of Pango. Showing you your little maze, which can be adjusted. Now, you get to slide the blocks around. And then playing some popcorn. Try again. Come on. Okay. You can vibrate the walls, like I said. That kind of makes them into mush. Smash them. Now, you see the ones that light up, they will turn into future Snowbees. You can also destroy them before they do that. Curses. Thought I got him. Got the other one down there. I'm doing great. That's why we play 3 games, by the way. It's okay. I can do it. There's 1 Snowbee left after the 3 that you see appear on the screen in the corners. That take too long. There you go. That's all I was trying to do, by the way. Here it comes. 1 left. He's going to try to run away. Or just come and get me. Good job. It didn't even make it out of the first round. Try it again. Different maze. Mazes are random in this game. Oh, and they're next to each other. Ooh. Yeah, I got 30 points. Yes. Yeah, come after me. Are you happy? Oh, they got fast. Come on. Come along the bottom, come along the side. Something. They're just destroying all the blocks for me. All right. Oh, thank you for this. Appreciate it. Thank you. Good Lord. Run away! Run away! There you go. I cleared the board. Yay! And I got no bonus. Thanks for the biddies. Appreciate it there, London Lass. Glad you're here. Next month, by the way, for the month of June, in celebration of London Lass's birthday, London Lass picks for the Saturday games. She'll pick a game. I'll try to get her on Discord, too. So we can have a conversation like we used to do back in the old days. After all, she is my favorite person on this whole planet. Yeah, saw that coming. Good job. No more Pengos. Perfect. Just those two left. Absolutely. You want Pong, huh? Okay. That's up to you. I mean, I'll play it. The Atari 50th has a one-player version of it. Oh, he fell. No bonus. Missed it by 11 seconds. There you go. Thanks to Pac-Man, the intermission became a thing in video game land. Again, they're right next to each other. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of you because I don't like you. Oh. No vanity table for me because I suck. Like I said, I'm not surprised if you haven't really heard of this game. It was immensely popular back in its day. But, got rid of that Snowbee. Ah, too late. I love that the little penguins up there at the top also fall down with you. Because it's all solidarity there. Okay, so... Oh! Yep. Well, at least I got my 500 out of that. That was quick. One more. One more life to quickly sacrifice. There you go. Take that. There you go. Got more than 100 out of that. No more Snowbees after this one. Ah. That was quick, anyway. Pengo. Good little game. Good little game. Now it's accurate. I'm looking at the time clock there where it says Twitch test. It says I've been recording for hour and 15 minutes. All of a sudden it's accurate again. Like gained 10 minutes out of nowhere. Perfect. Cute little game. So I had it for the 5200 because again it was the best version of its kind. But sadly it didn't escape the video game crash. It kind of just got left behind. which is kind of weird, being that it was a proper Sega game. Now, they made other games as well. Some of them actually did appear in compilations. If you had the Sega Genesis collection for the PlayStation 2, for example, you got Congo Bongo, and you got Zaxxon. And then the PSP version had a different set of games. But that's it. It was kind of like more of a bonus thing than anything else. And it's kind of a shame. Okay, we're going to play a little game from Konami in just a second called Pandora's World. And again, Konami being the master game makers themselves, but it never went anywhere. Some of their other games did. I was going to line them up. Just looking at the attract mode. It's so easy when they do it. In my case, it's more or less a skill issue. Alright, let's see if I can find Pandora's World real fast. I've noticed that if I get off the screen, it doesn't want to bring back up the doohickey. There it is, Pandora's Palace. Oh, I thought I had it. Never mind. That's what happens when I don't plan ahead. Oh well. So I will go ahead and do that. So let me flip on to my stupid face. Hope you're all enjoying this. There's something London Last and I were talking about, as a matter of fact. What games are out there that never made it anywhere? And some of these did. Some of these were actually in a Konami collection, like Puyin, for example. Nice, fun game, I have to admit. And then some games are, again, Me Too games. They're literally based off of other games. Other games is, what do you want to say? Their programming. Oh, we'll play this one. How about that? I think so. Can I get it back on the screen? Is the question. And the answer to that is no. Alright, let's try it now. Now, we're going to play a game my wife is actually better than I am. And that little game is called Kicks. And it's a great game. Again, it had multiple home versions. Even for the Nintendo, even for the Atari Lynx. But why is it on Frogger? I don't get it. Let's try it again. Yep, technical difficulties. Here we are. Please appear on the screen. There you are. Excellent. I'm going to play a little game called Kicks. Now, Kicks, another great game, puzzle game, for a lack of better term. And made by Taito. And this is one of the first Taito games that actually came out under the Taito brand. Unlike some of the other games, like Space Invaders came out from Midway, but it was a Taito game. Taito was one of the early companies to actually bring out under their own flag, along with Nintendo. A lot of the other manufacturers, like I mentioned before, they either waited a little while, like Sega, which is kind of strange because Sega was around as early as 1964, but they made more gallery games than anything, like shooting gallery, that type of thing. But this was an early direct Japanese import, if you will. A damn good one, too. And this game is frustrating. And they made Super Kicks. They made Kicks for the PlayStation, which is rather strange because I actually bought that thinking, okay, what more can you do to this game than I've seen? And apparently they just made it goofier. It's the same damn game. But you actually can shoot stuff now, which is kind of weird. Versus just merely riding along your own line, and should the kicks touch the line, you dead. If you hit a spark, you're dead. If your fuse lights and hits you, you're dead. There's many ways to die in this game. And what you want to try to do is get as much of the board captured in either two of your colors as much as possible. If you do it through blue, you get 1 times points. If you do it through orange, you get double the points for that particular rectangle. So there you go. So let's put a few credits in here. Unlike the other games, by the way, this will actually remember how many credits you have. It actually had a battery. It actually remembers your high score. Okay. And we're going to go do that. And we're going to go do this. Now, this, like I said, London Lass can actually kick my butt at this game. She is incredibly good at this one. Where I am okay, as I am with many games, as we have discovered. And as a video game collector and historian, I am okay at games. I'm not, and that's how you get hit. Not careful, I'm going to get exactly, yep, right when the sparks hit. A new set of sparks hit because of the timer up there at the top. Good job, I wasn't paying attention. And it's so easy not to pay attention in this game. It really is. Alright. Much faster kicks up there. And in the next round, there'll be 2 of them. Should you split the kicks, all points are doubled. So again, lots of ways to score points in this game. Lots of way to die in this game. And ultimately a fantastic puzzle game. Wow. 95-22, yeah. So I have this also in my Miss Pac-Man in the living room. And Randy said, "Oh, you have kicks." And she throws in the token and plays the game. And I'm just watching her play and play and play and play and play. This came out for the Atari 5200. It actually did cross the gap. They had it for the Game Boy. They had it for the Nintendo Entertainment System. They had it for the Atari Lynx. They had it for PlayStation of some sort, believe it or not. And it's one of the few of this particular list that did that. But, amazingly, never really appeared in a compilation on its own like this. It's kind of weird, but eh. Largely because, you know, I noticed that the games before the crash don't usually appear there unless they're like super duper, you know, like the Atari and the Konami and all them. But anyway, one more try. Here we go. See if I can actually better my score. This won't be that difficult. Except for there's one issue that's possibly stopping me from being better at my score than previous, and that would just simply be the idiot with the controller sitting in front of the microphone. Okay, let's try it again. See if I can do that. Oh, good. Got a few points from that. Okay, I was trying to build a bit of a tower, but... Ah! Close. I was trying to do that with a double score, but not with the kicks that close. It's probably one of the games that was most mispronounced. Everyone want to call it Quicks. There's no U there, so it's Kicks. Cool game. Alright, try. Yeah, you die right off the bat there, Pac-Man. Good job. Alright. Just waiting for that to happen. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Get a double score. No, of course not, because you're going to go... Make up your mind. Okay, try it again. Oh, they... Okay. Can I do it this way? Yeah, okay, I can do it that way. Get away from me. I don't like you. It's amazing. You can actually go in between the lines of the kicks as you just saw. It's just that if any part of that hits your fuse, you're in trouble. No! Danger. Stupid. Alright, we'll do one more game because they're so quick here. Largely because of the doofus game player. Namely, me. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. And now you want to do that, okay? Okay. Draw a line there. Draw a line there. Big line there. Perfect. Okay, so there's a fuse right there. There's rather spark. I got to be careful because last time I did that, I ran right into a new spark that just appeared. Because I'm dorky. Oh, that was close. Okay. I will run the timer out. I'm afraid. Yep. No time left. Ah, crap. Okay, I'm going to be exactly 75%. What the heck? Yeah, this is a puzzle game called Kicks, made back in 1982 from a little company called Taito. Well, most of these games are going to look weird. You got to remember, the filing cabinet is fully explorable at this point. They haven't run out of ideas yet. It'll be long before that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, Jesus Christ. The Kick's just literally all over me now. It likes me. It likes me a little too much. There you go. Oh, hurry. Yep, okay. Whew. And this game literally does keep you on the edge. I love this game. It is a perfect puzzle game. And I don't use perfect too often in its correct definition. Usually when I say perfect, I'm being incredibly sarcastic. And it's literally the complete opposite of what perfect should be. In other words, utter crap. Ah. Easy game to lose. Easy game to lose. I think 20,000 was the threshold to get your initials into the vanity table. Yep, 30,000. No, excuse me. Sorry. I was being conservative. Kicks Kickers. That should have been the indicator of how you pronounce this game. 1981, excuse me. Early Taito title, and it actually made it under their own flag, unlike Space Invaders, which came out from Midway's flag. But there you go. Great little game. Alrighty. As we go explore, I'm gonna play one more. Actually, I'm actually in the mood to play this because I don't like getting frustrated this often. I want to show who's boss, and that's the thing. You put in a lot of quarters in these games because you want to say, you know what, I can beat this game. I can actually. You couldn't beat the game, by the way. All these games are designed for you to lose, but like I can beat my high score. I can do better than that, or I can just watch and say, no, I can't. I got a little too ambitious there with that slow line. So I'm going to do it here. Okay. Do it here. I don't know why I do that. It's almost like this is mirroring my Genesis controller. It has different definitions of right and left and up. See, it just wants to jump all over the place. And that's the thing about the Kicks here. The Kicks is also a dynamic creature. It can shrink, it can expand, and it just gets in your way. I'm so close to advancing to the next level, but I'm not going to... I did it. Okay. Got 5,000 bonus points. 1,000 for each above the threshold. In this case, 5% above the threshold, 5,000 points. It's that simple. Okay. Okay. We got it. That's close. Ah. And there you go. Alright. So I couldn't. Like I said, I watch in amazement my wife playing this game, London Lass. She will get her name on the vanity table. Me, not so much. There you go. Alright. And let's go ahead and go back to my stupid face. As I get out of the game. I should have played Frogger last. I do apologize for that. I'm going to go play a game. I should have it. I don't have it. I will get the other MAME up. I have two MAMEs. That's the reason why I go back and forth here. You hear a lot of clicking. Okay, we're going to go to the folks over at, I don't know. They are from Gottlieb. Again, they...
Hello, I'm very bad.
Yeah, you don't say. How about that? Okay, I gotta get off that. You can hear the game, but I gotta turn down the volume here for a second because it is fairly loud. And you're all the way at maximum volume. There you are. Okay. Now, will you be on the screen by the time I flip it open? And of course, the answer to that is yes. Yes, you are. Okay. Excellent. So, this game, again, didn't make it to a compilation largely because the manufacturer went back to pinball tables. They merged with a company called Premiere, and then they kind of disappeared. Now, Gottlieb, the Gottlieb company is what I'm referring to. They sold this game to, again, Konami. Konami went out and bought a lot of old properties from defunct manufacturers, but they didn't really, they put out a Q*bert 3 for the Super Nintendo, and that's the last time you ever saw it. So this game does not really appear in any compilations, and it just kind of disappeared, if you will. It's kind of a shame. So the object of the game is to turn all the cubes into the color that it's pointing to, where it says change to, there at the top left. And you got to avoid anything green. Anything that's not green, I should say. So anything purple or red, bad. Anything green, good, for the most part. Unless they, of course, change it right back. Now, Gottlieb actually put in a pinball kicker in their cabinet, so whenever Q*bert hit the bottom from jumping off the pyramid, it would kick the machine as if he hit the bottom. It was a macabre humor, if you will. I think Wreck-It Ralph brought this game back to public knowledge, or at least its mascot. It did. Pixels did as well, as rotten as that movie was. But yeah, a lot of past characters made their cameos, if you will, in Wreck-It Ralph. I will give it that. So let's put in a few credits. Hey, push 1 or 2 start. Here we go. Now, what's neat about this game is that the controls are diagonal. And the problem is, I don't have anything controlling it. Of course. I forgot to set up the damn thing. Good job. Alright, so, having said that, we'll pause the game. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Let's go ahead and input general. Did they all disappear again? No, they're there. Okay. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Thank you, London Lass. That's exactly what we're doing here. So, up. Yeah, see? How about that? Down. Left. Right. And we'll leave that alone. And, yeah. So the buttons are... This game doesn't use any firing buttons. But just in case... I could do this all over again, and I will. Alright. Good job! Professional gamer. That's me. Turn to the machine. We wasted a life. There we go. Alrighty, cool. I know what game June 1st will be? Okay. And what game is that? You can tell me now so I can get prepared, or you want to just tell me later after stream. You can do that too. So this first game won't count. Oh, I was about to say that red ball's gonna pop right on top of me. So the way the game plays, by the way, you don't have to use the little frisbees there on the side. And if you don't, you get bonus points for leaving them behind. Not very much, but you get bonus points. You get 500 points if you knock Coily off the pyramid by use of said frisbee, like so. I've always loved the game. I've always loved the sounds of this game. It's one of my favorite game sounds is Q*bert. Especially when he lands on the cubes. Star Wars, if you have it. I do have it. But which Star Wars? There's quite a few of them. There's Sega Star Wars, and then there's Atari Star Wars. There you go. Me too, yes. I've always see, Parker Brothers made the home versions of this game. The one that actually lacked all the features was the Atari 2600. They didn't have the Uggs and the wrong ways that you see there on the screen. He went off anyway. Oh my god. Okay, I wasn't expecting him to continue. Now there will be Sams and there will be green balls. The green ball like that will stop the game where you just have free run. You can even glide into the bad guys. Sam, on the other hand, he will turn this cube back to its original color, which is a pain in the ass. So you want to get him as often as you can, or as quickly as you can. Now about 6 of these red balls are going to drop. Nope, only 3 this time. That was close. They never hit the top square. Good. Thank goodness. Let's say. Ah, there's Sam. Good. Glad he didn't touch any of the squares. Level 2. There's a primary and secondary color it goes to. Starts off with a wrong way. There's an Ugg there. Wrong way always comes from one side. Ugg comes from the other. And this is Gottlieb's first attempt at a video game. Because, again, they were mostly known for their pinball tables. They made a crap load of pinball tables. In fact, they created the pinball table. The ones that we know of. Although some historians will say that pinball goes back even further, in fact, outside of the 20th century, starting on the ground. But when we're talking about an actual table with pins that marbles or steel balls will hit, that would be Gottlieb. And that first game was called Wiffle Ball. And then they put electricity in pinball tables in the 1930s. There was a pinball inside Qbert. There was a Qbert pinball table, which was, natural for Gottlieb, being that they, created the damn thing. Oh, I knew I was going to do that. At least I have my extra life from before. There we go. There's a pinball kicker. Yeah, if Qbert runs off the... there you go. If he runs off the pyramid and hits the bottom, the pinball kicker will kick the cabinet. And it is kind of jarring because they do make a, they do crash a bit. Thank you, Sam. And Sam's going to come down every few seconds, much to my annoyance. Okay. Now, what's neat here, you hear voices in this game, and they are making gibberish, and they actually were intended to speak, but they didn't program it correctly, and so therefore, you're going to jump off. Yes, you are. My God, you're stupid. And so therefore, everything became gibberish. They didn't like the way it sounded. It wouldn't be for a couple of years later where they finally do master the synthesized voice speech. Be around 83 or so. Here's the one where all the red balls come down first. That's close. Then a brief pause, and here we go. Way too soon. Yep. I did it! Okay, and I hit start. Because there are no fire buttons in this game. Alright. Bye-bye. Even that sounded a little weird. Now the thing that thudded, that's called a kicker. And it was there towards the bottom of the cabinet. And what it does, it's a solenoid peg that just rapidly comes out and it kicks the machine. Thank you, London Lass. Appreciate the level up. And it only worked when Qbert hit the bottom. When Coily hits the bottom, well, you drill a hole into the machine with that. Because you're supposed to do that as often as you can. Look how slow it is all of a sudden. Let's try to do it properly this time, with proper controls even. And after that, we're going to play one more Gottlieb game. Again, excellent game. It made it for the home versions as well, but it never crossed the gap never appears in a compilation. In this case, it's large because Gottlieb is no more. Sadly. Now, I mentioned Williams Electronics. Okay, that's dangerous. Fortunately, he follows me quite literally. There you go. Where Farsight Studios actually came up with a thing called Pinball Arcade. You're going to go right there, you son of a... Yep. No way out of that one. This and Frogger were your favorites. Yeah, Frogger is a great game. Frogger is a Konami game published through Sega. And it's back with Konami again. Again, Konami is not the same Konami as it once was. In fact, a lot of these companies aren't. Over the years, they lose a lot of talent. Unfortunately, in some cases, people pass on. But that's just the way it works over time. And in some cases, like I was playing some Universal games, not Universal Studios, that's a completely different beast. There was a game manufacturer out there called Universal. I mean, Mr. Do and Ladybug and Mousetrap and a few others, and they just literally disappear. The video game crash killed them. Well, in Gottlieb's case, they survived, but the arcades weren't as hurt as the home market was. But they had a lot of competition in the pinball field with the likes of Bally and, of course, Williams. And then when... there you go. And then when, other companies like Sega, Capcom, Data East, they all started making pinball tables. That made it much harder for them, so they had to merge with a company called Premier. And they died in the 90s, sadly. So this game kind of went along with it. They did sell the rights to Q*bert to Konami. There is a Q*bert 3 out there for Super Nintendo. That's it. Oh, dumb. That's where the kicker hits. Good job. Oh, thank you, Sam. I mentioned Sam sucks, by the way. And he's only worth 150 points. That's sake. There you go. And we're going to round 2. Bally was the first pinball maker. Bally actually made a game similar to Wiffle Ball. Wiffle Ball is the first pinball table that we recognize as a modern pinball table, if you will. And I forget what the original name of Bally, but they came up with a game called Ballyhoo. And back in those days, you could actually make tens of thousands of tables. Not like, where the Addams Family is considered the most selling pinball table in history. It's the most selling modern table. Where Ballyhoo sold over 500,000 tables. And it was so popular, they changed their name to Bally. Really? Hey, family, how you doing? I beat Shining Force? Not yet. Wow, did I just do what I did? Yes, I did. Idiot. Not yet. I was reading chat and going down and went right off the pyramid. I'm in Chapter 7 right now. I just began Chapter 7. I know there's only 8 chapters, so I will be probably beating it within the next 3 to 4 episodes, if I'm lucky. One more keyword. How you doing, Family OG? Good to see you here. Check out Family OG when you can. Okay. I'm playing one of my favorite games that never made it to a compilation of sorts. No, not like the Sega Genesis collection or the Atari anything collection, because there's 45,000 Atari compilations out there now, or so it seems. Just getting home. Oh, please. Oh, you said it's getting wild out there? Town-wide tag sale going on. Oh, wow, okay. Well, yeah, it's a holiday weekend. I actually have Monday off. Not through my own choosing, but hey, it's a day off regardless, so I am quite pleased. I was thinking about doing some grilling outside, but I'm thinking, well, do I want to be in front of a 300 to 400 degree Fahrenheit object in a 112 degree heat index? And the answer to that is no. So Fortunately, I have an electric grill, so we'll just kind of regale with that. Iron heat do not mix. And we're still in the middle of a heat wave down here in South Florida. Thank you. Wrong way. 3-day boozathon. Just kidding. Thank you, London Lass. Okay, I say Ugg is about coming right at me with coily. They actually made a cartoon off this thing, if you can believe that. There was a thing on CBS called Saturday Supercade back in the 80s. Good job. I'm right into coily. And, yeah. You know, when they make cereal out of, you know, Pac-Man, hell, they made a Defender board game, if you can believe that. Okay, see if he actually goes off. He will not. Yep. I was hoping, because he's that dumb. He will do things like that. Ah! One more time. Put my initials up there on the thingy. Bye-bye. Yeah, okay, I did pretty good. Captured the top 3. They had a Pac-Man cartoon. They did. Marty Ingalls was the voice of Pac-Man back in the day. Peter Cullen was even in it. So how about that? Peter Cullen was in everything back in those days, though. Pre-Transformers, he was in anything he could be possibly in. All right, let's get off of this real fast. We're going to keep the menu up there because I hate having to, like, get out of the thing and put back in the thing and all that thingy thing. Okay, reactor. Now, another Gottlieb game. Again, Gottlieb being post. They are gone. They do not exist anymore. They actually... I am Optimus Prime. Autobots, go to hell. Gottlieb did get a kind of resurgence thanks to Pinball Arcade, but it was just their pinball tables. They made a lot of EM games tables. They made a lot of solid-state tables. And they were good, but like I said, there were fierce competition. To the likes of Williams. Taito made some games out in South America, if you can believe that. Some of them actually made over here through Williams, like Space Shuttle, for example. And yeah, it's just it's a tough business. And this game here is pretty cool. Now, Atari 2600 had the home version of this one. The object of the game is to get rid of the little things that are coming after you, but you have to avoid the reactor. The reactor is going to continue getting bigger and bigger until it ultimately melts down. You try to get the control rods there along the sides there, and that will shrink down the reactor. There's also a vortex. Vortex you have to watch out for as well because they will suck you in. And then there's telling you all about the game there. Press any of the buttons for hints, so let's go ahead and hit a button. The instructions: enemy particles, kill wall, core in the player. Now, anything that hits the wall will get destroyed. Knocking either set of control rods will cool down the core. You have to hit them all, though. There's the core. And the core will keep getting bigger and bigger. Knocking in both sets of control rods will get you an extra decoy. Decoy, you can kind of go into those little pockets there, and they'll just bounce around and hit the walls. And that will get you bonus points galore. I love sucky vortexes. Well, there you go. Strangely enough, the 2600 version actually had a very good version of this game. It was produced by Parker Brothers, which is now Hasbro, just like everything else these days. And yeah, this was a cool game. So let's go ahead and put some credits in there. Let's get going. Okay, why is my controller not controlling? I'm gonna kill something. Yep. Do I have to do this again? I will, won't I? Okay, cool. I'm going to do this machine. Even Mattel is still Mattel. Their Barbie license is just that big to keep Mattel from being sucked into the Hasbro behemoth that they are. Okay. Thank you. It's the analog. That's why I didn't set up the analog. Okay, cool. So. Alright. Let's do it the hard way. Oops. Good job. Okay, let's see if that works now. If it doesn't, we'll move on to another game. Like I said, good job on my part. Yep, okay. Eight left. So they kind of got the speech down where you can actually almost hear what it says. Gonna encourage someone to get me some lunch. Okay, London Lass. I'll see you in a little bit because I'm almost out of time. Let's see if I can actually get the game to run properly this time. Here we go. And what you want to do is you want to get rid of those particles as fast as you can without hitting the kill wall. Of course, you can kind of pulse like that. And by doing so, I reduce the core. Ah, crap. Got a little too carried away there. Now, in video game sounds, I was kind of particular because I was big on Williams because largely Eugene Jarvis was one of the best sound engineers they've ever had. But having said that, Gottlieb had some really damn good sounds too. Ah. But the one thing about this game, it's a quick game. You go through lives pretty damn quickly. Yep. Okay. Very good. And when I used to do the arcade versus consoles, I would have loved to have done some of these games, but they had so few home versions. This is one of them. 2600 had it, and I don't recall any other console even having a home version of this game. But it was a good game nonetheless. Okay. 16 left. Far too many. 8 left. There you go. There we go. All right. There we go. Nope. Now, one of my little things there, I hang around the core like an idiot. But after a few levels of this, I will not be able to enjoy that luxury because then it will turn into a vortex, which will suck. Literally. So I have to be careful. Yep. Okay, no crapo. You got a lot of bonus points. Bonus points are coming from the particles hitting those two pockets there in the top. Good job. I went right into the wall like an idiot. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Good job. Okay. 32? That's far too many for my liking. Ah. Okay, I actually got a vanity table score, and it's a little too fast for this analog thing. Ah. So there we go. FST, there you go. I'll try one more time. 2 more times. I'm going to go through these. Good thing I'm not actually putting quarters into a machine. I lost a lot of money on this one. Ah. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so I got a little bonus there from hitting the pocket. Of course, I go over. There you go. Cool. Low scoring game, by the way. But a cool game nonetheless. And this is one of those games that didn't survive the crash. It kind of just disappeared. Oh. That's it for me, isn't it? Sure is. And once again, there you go. Uki. We're going to continue playing Reactor until we hear the buzzer. That will signify the game is over. Could have sworn I did hit the control rods there. Because they will want to punch you into the wall. That time I used the decoy. Hey! Thank you, Family OG, for those dancing dinos emotes. I feel like a kid again sometimes when I play this kind of stuff. Back in the days, also, the arcades were all over the place. We had a Bigfoot's arcade, we had a Captain Andy's. Of course, we had Castle Park, which became Grand Prix Rama, Malibu. And of course, you know, anywhere they could put in a stupid game cabinet or cocktail table. One to go. A little itty-bitty thing down there. There you go. But of course, you had to have the home games. So you go to the arcade, you play some games, you go home and play some games. And that's what kind of pissed off my dad. He got so upset at me playing these games so often. And I can't, you know, now I look at it, you know, 40 years later, I can't really say I blame him. I understand him all too well these days. Ah! Got one chip left. I've told him that too. You know, I understand you more and more as time goes on. Alrighty, I made the top score. And it won't matter because of that. Okay, cool. But now it's a nostalgia thing. Never thought I'd be in my 50s still playing this crap. But it's good crap. And there were a lot of manufacturers that I mentioned before. I mentioned Universal. I mentioned, of course, Gottlieb here. And there are others that were out there. There were, you know, the old Deco games that appeared ever so often. S&K had some early appearances. Centaur was a publisher for a lot of Japanese companies. Exidy made some games. Some good people out there, and they're pretty much now just like a footnote, sadly. You see the Atari collection, Namco and Williams, and just got smashed. But you don't hear about these other ones because they don't exist so much anymore. That's kind of the problem with that. Got out without. Oh, went right through the wall anyway. Good job. Okay, new round. Nope, he survived. Oh, there goes the timer. And there you go. That's the end of the game. Alright, cool. There you go. Alrighty, that was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Let's get out of that. And let's go to my stupid face and we're done. Alrighty. Alright, cool. If you like what you saw, and I hope you did, give me a follow if you haven't done so already. Really would appreciate it. There's also a YouTube page of my past streams that are find there in the links there. You can like and subscribe if you would like. Greatly appreciate that too. Instagram page out there with all the crap that I've been collecting over the last 47 years of gaming. And, well, there's Discord, there's Twitter, no mentions when I do stupid stuff like this. And that's about it. I'm glad you came. Thank you very much, Family OG, for coming. London Last, Ben, and for you as well. Thanks for checking out the VOD. We'll see you next time on Monday night. We're going to be playing, day 19, I think, of Shining Force. Like I said, Family OG, I'm up to Chapter 7. I got the Sword of Light. As a matter of fact, I got the Sword of Light before I defeated the head of the army. So, didn't quite play it the way it was intended, but I got the results regardless. And that's all that matters in my case. And we'll see you again on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Check it out. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, forgot one thing. If you like the graphics that you see here, the art, as it were, check out Billy Jackson's Twitter page, twitter.com/BillyGraphics. And some jackass did the music. See ya. Bye.